What up, y'all? It's Jay Gatto here, coming at you again with another video. Today, I'm going to talk about fighting game news, and the thing I'm gonna just bunch them up into one video because there's a lot to talk about. And every time I was gonna post one, something else came up, and I think that's a good thing, right? Because I mean that there's a lot happening. First thing I want to talk about is King of Fighters and a gamer by the name of Punk. He's a very famous gamer. He's actually a gamer. He's not just a streamer. And something that he said was that he didn't want Mexico to join King of Fighters tournaments. And the reason for it, according to him, is that Mexico has slow Wi-Fi or bad Wi-Fi connection, which is, in my opinion, from where my experience, isn't true. So either he's being dishonest on purpose or he's being ignorant. I think personally he's being dishonest because if he's actually played people from Mexico, he knows that they have good Wi-Fi, and I know this from experience because I've been there. And they have really good Wi-Fi. The difference is, and the one thing I'm going to say is that here in the U.S., a lot of people have very bad Wi-Fi compared to other countries. And believe it or not, it's because of capitalism mainly. Sometimes, have you ever noticed, like, when you used to have 4G, and 4G used to be the top speed, right? And back in the day, 4G used to be like top notch, and now all of a sudden when 5G came up, now 4G is not as good. And the same thing used to happen when there was 3G or whatever it used to be in the past. Every time something else comes up, all of a sudden, the old speed isn't even, it's almost like it slows down. So that's almost like a trick that companies use in order to make you get that 4G or that 5G or whatever is the new thing to sell. The same thing happens with your cell phones. Your cell phones start to malfunction, And I'm not sure. I think the companies actually admitted to stuff like this, but they do it. I don't know if they still do it, but they used to do it with Wi-Fi, and it was a known fact that companies, purposely slow down your Wi-Fi so that you can, get the new, right? And so I'm not gonna say what Punk said was racist, but I will say this. I will say that it wasn't true, and it was, I'm gonna say it's dishonest because he is a gamer and he knows better, right? And if he doesn't know better, he's ignorant, then there's a reason why he's ignorant. None of it is a good thing. I'll tell you that much. None of it is good. Because if he's dishonest, there's something that he's hiding, right? And usually when people hide something, it's because it's not good. But that's all I'm going to say about that. What I will say is that Mexico, really likes this game. And I mean, I think it's known in the fighting game community that Mexico is very fond of this game. So maybe it could be that he doesn't want to face Mexican players because he thinks that he might get beat or something. Maybe that's the case. So either way, either it's kind of suspicious to say the least. But that's it with that. And then something that actually happened recently, and I wanted to skip to that really fast, was that Tekken is actually planning to, or I believe that they're thinking about, I'm sorry, they're thinking about doing free to play. Now, free to play is stuff that a lot of phone games or mobile games are doing, right? But fighting games, at least none of the popular ones have gotten into it. And when I heard the news that Virtual Fighter was gonna try, I think I said Virtual Fighter before. I didn't say Tekken, did I? I hope I didn't. But anyways, Virtual Fighter is thinking of going into free to play. And one of the questions, I believe, because there's a roundtable of fighting game roundtable, gaming developers were talking about, their plans for the future and stuff like that. Street Fighter kind of didn't want to say anything until they were ready, which I think is a good idea. And Virtual, the guy working on Virtual Fighter, the Sega guy, Sega, he said that he was thinking about, or I don't know if he's going to do the free to play thing, which I think, like I said, is a good idea. I talked about it in another video, and yeah. So one of the questions that were brought up, like I said before, was that how are they going to make money off of this? And there's various ways you can make money off of it. I would first, come up with the basic characters, right, and give those for free. And then, first month, first give them like 2 months, just for them to get, into the game and stuff. And then, I would say immediately start giving them different skins and stuff like that. Then after months 2, that's when you start your first event. And introduce a couple of new players, maybe 2 or 3 players. New characters. I'm sorry, and make it like a tournament to where they could use it or something like that. And a good example of this, of course, Fortnite, and one that I like a lot is Clash Royale. These games, they every month they have an event, and they focus on one character, or they focus on a couple of new characters that they're going to introduce. They have a whole tournament to where you could test the new character, and then everybody tests them out. Everybody talks about it and everything, and then they either nerf it or they either boost it up or whatever. But the tournaments are for that, and also to unlock the characters, and also to promote the characters so that you can buy the characters. There's a bunch to do. There's always a lot to do, and these are online games also. So all of the tournaments, the different tournaments and different things to do, they're all online. So that's also good too. They have a bunch of stuff that I recommend you guys check it out just to see what these fighting games could be doing, and actually better than Clash Royale in my opinion. And yeah, there's plenty of ways to make money off of a free-to-play game. You could do skins, right? You could do different characters, like I said. And since you're going to be going for, usually it lasts about minimum 5 years, maximum 7 years, or somewhere in between. You could be updating and adding so many players, right? And adding different, combos and stuff like that. There's so much you could do with it. and so many ways to make money off of it as well. And I think the model that a lot of these free to play games um, take is getting a little money out of, getting a little money out of a lot of people. So instead of getting a lot of money out of a few people, which is what a lot of these fighting games are doing. And I think this is a better approach, in my opinion. I think it gives the player options to buy different stuff, but it's not. How can I say this? It's just a little by. It's like little by little. It's like you're getting them little by little. You're getting money little by little, little by little, and all of that accumulates. But yeah, I'm really happy, and I hope Street Fighter does it too. Street Fighter follows, and all the other ones too. And by the way, Street Fighter had an update. I know very little about it because I don't have Street Fighter anymore. But most of it was combos, which is good. One of the good things about fighting games is combos. And from my point of view, I really do appreciate the art and stuff like that, and the character designs. But in this update, they actually did have a cool filter that I liked. I think it's this one here on Chun-Li, which I think that would be a good one for a future game. But who knows? Because I think they're going for realistic. But that's another conversation that I'm going to save for another video. But that's other news as well. And then last but not least, I wanted to touch slightly on a comment that one of the Tekken developers threw some shade at Street Fighter for their last trailer, where the Ryu with his big chest, and I think he said something by the. So what did he say? He said something like, "We did this 7 years ago" or something like that. Which I think he was talking about Street Fighter copying them, and I think she was talking about the trailer for one of their characters who's a female, right? And I saw the trailer. Yeah, it's kind of similar. To be honest, the Tekken trailer was way better than the Street Fighter trailer. So there's that. And I think it's a little friendly competition between Tekken and Street Fighter. I don't think it means much. Yeah, but I just wanted to mention that. I forgot to mention it before, but and then last but not least, Tekken has a new series on Netflix that is gonna be pretty cool, and I can't wait to see that. I saw the trailer, and it's gonna come out this year, so can't wait to see that. And the storyline seems like it's gonna be pretty close to Tekken. And yeah, it's called Tekken Bloodline. And it's a TV show. The best adaptation of a movie that I can remember is Street Fighter 2, right? Of a video game, fighting video game. Was Street Fighter 2. But I have let me see. I have Street Fighter 2, the original Japanese version. I have Street Fighter Alpha, right? I have Street Fighter Alpha Generations. And I have there's another one, Street Fighter the series, which is going to be a series too. It's going to be a Netflix series. So, and the series, actually, the Street Fighter series was based on, I think, Ryu's and Ken's life before Street Fighter 1. So that's even before, supposedly it's before even Street Fighter 2. So I mean Street Fighter 1. So yeah, it's even before Street Fighter 1 and Street Fighter 2. Anyways, the Street Fighter lore is really confusing, but but yeah, hopefully this Tekken Bloodline is up there, you know. So that's pretty much it for today as far as, you know, fighting game news goes. So if you like, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys.